In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing opportunity to study in Austria with multiple benefits like free tuition fee, free accommodation, free meals from Monday to Sunday. How interesting does that sound? Free health insurance, coverage of your flights from your country to Austria and also from Austria back to your country. And to top it, you get a pocket money of approximately 205 euros every month. So this is actually a top-notch benefit that you can get by studying this program. And I will teach you how to apply the application procedure and everything you may need to know about the program in this video. And to top it as well, you do not need an high to study to participate in this program. If you actually have your secondary education in English, you don't need an high. You can use that as in lieu to cover for your English language requirement. And also you also don't need more than a secondary school certificate to participate in this program. So with your secondary school certificate, which for people in West Africa, WASSE, West African Senior Secondary Certificate Examination, you can actually apply for this program with your WAHEC and then be admitted. So the benefit is actually divided into two parts. We have the ADC priority countries and we also have the developing countries. This program actually focuses very well on Africa, and I will tell you a lot of the things in the application procedure. So this program is actually divided into two for different countries. Its focus is on African countries, and we have the ADC priority countries and we also have the developing countries. The ADC priority countries actually takes advantage of all the benefits that this program offers. But developing countries, I will show you the ADC priority countries during the application procedure when I take you through that. And we also have the developing countries, which also have a lot of benefits, but free accommodation is not provided for other developing countries, but there are some of the developing countries of the world in the ADC priority countries. So you will see that when we get to the application procedure. Aside from the focus, we have two major programs that the program is all about. It's all about the hospitality management and tourism management, and you have to choose one of these programs. And one requirement that is needed is 1 year experience in this field. Maybe you worked in an hotel, you worked in whichever industry or companies that can be categorized under the hospitality industry, and maybe under the tourism industry as well, maybe on tours and the like. So even though you do not have an experience in this field, I will advise you do not submit a fake document to show that you have experience, because there is no actually a major way to confirm if you actually have experience in this field. African countries, most of the time there's no legalized structure and a confirmed structure to check some of these things. So most of the things that will be optimized in grading students are actually the motivation, which will actually show that they actually know what they are talking about, and then the video selfie. There's a requirement to shoot a 1 minute, just 1 minute video, and then the video you will have to talk about yourself, just a little bit of introduction about yourself. So that those are the major criteria. It's not a long application that you apply for 3 or 4 days, and the motivation letter is even 1 to 2 pages. So it's actually very easy one. So I will advise, don't forge certificates, and if you don't have expertise in this field, you can actually take this information for next year. It's easy with the days of digitalization to take experience in tourism, do whatever it is, participate, contribute in the field, and then come back if you believe this program is something you would like to participate in, and then come back next year and then apply for it. So now let me take you into the nitty-gritty of the application process. When you want to apply for the program, you come to this website, and then when you come to this website, when you scroll down, you will be able to see, the application form. You will see the application form. When you come to admission, click on application, and then you will be able to see the application form, and then you will download it. So this is some of the information that you will need, and then this is the application form. and you we have to choose one of this program, either hospitality management, tourism management, and you have to choose one of these elective as well. And it's very important that this application is actually very important. A little bit of a mistake, they said, with a little bit of a mistake, your application will not be considered. So you have to be careful, and don't think you know it all. Just follow through to the process that I'm showing you right now. So you see, in addition to the general modules, select one of the professional modules and one of the elective, which are listed below. Failure to do so results in the rejection of your application. Please note that your choice is binding. So you want to be very careful about the application procedure. So now you want to choose hospitality or tourism management, depending on the one you have experience in. And then you have to choose one of these elective as well, either teacher training or entrepreneurship. So you have to choose one of these. Make sure you choose either of these and either of these. And then this is your personal information, your family name as written in your passport, first names and the likes. These are just basic information. And have you applied for this program before? No. So these are just one that you can easily figure out on your own. Current address and contact details, area code, city, country. Make sure you use this right area code. Your mobile phone, very important as well. Your mobile phone, a correct mobile phone. Your WhatsApp, available, yes or no. Put your WhatsApp mobile number there, and then put yes on here. So your email address, secondary phone, and then your occupation, which is actually your current position, and since when have you been working here, and what is the name of the company, or the type of business, and then the URL. And then you have to describe your role and responsibility of your position here. And then we also have further previous employment, most recent first, that is your current job is going to be here, your last job is going to be first here, then your true last job is going to be here, and so on. So, and if what you just want to put is just your current job, that's still okay if it actually carries the experience that is required in the program. So, and your education lists in chronological order, your secondary, post-secondary, even if you have a university degree, you can actually put it there. So this is your education. You want to put it from probably your primary to secondary and then to university. So that is what chronological order here really means. And then you want to state the A-level certificate or equivalent, the one that you have. What is the name of the examination? For people in West Africa, you have it's actually WASSCE, and for people in Uganda, I think this is the one they are going to choose. And then you have to put the country and date of exam as well. So language skills, is English your native language? All African countries, no one has English as their native language, even though it may be the official language. So it's not a native language. So you have to choose no in Africa. And if your native language is not English, you will have to use IELTS. But in lieu of IELTS, if you write your WAS, your West African examination, if the language of instruction in your school is English, which is so for people from Nigeria, from Ghana, and from English-speaking countries, you can use a confirmation letter from there in lieu of IELTS. And also, if you've gone through the university education, you can use your language of proficiency from a university in lieu of IELTS. So do you have German language skills? If you have, you can choose as appropriate. So professional activities abroad, if you actually have professional activities abroad. Recommendation, you want to put the name of people who are going to recommend you and their email. And this, I will suggest you use people who are actually in the hospitality or tourism industry, and preferably people who have a professional email, like for example michael.john at United States Tourism Board.com, or whatever company they may be affiliated with. So that is very professional and dependable. It actually gives plus to your application when you use a reference that is in the field, and it can be confirmed that that person is actually in the field. And then now, very important, which I talked about before, that the countries are divided into two. What kind of scholarship do you apply for? We have the ADC priority countries, which are people from Ethiopia, Uganda, Burkina Faso, Mozambique, Bhutan, Moldova, Palestinian, Georgia, Armenia. So these are what they will get. Includes tuition fee, health insurance, accommodation, travel cost, course materials, meals, plus pocket money of approx €2 or €5 per month. So they have the top benefits. But for people from developing countries like Nigeria is not in the ADC priority countries, but you still get a lot of benefits. So it includes tuition fee, health insurance, course materials, meals from Monday to Friday. But you on weekend you have to cater for your meal, plus pocket money of approximately 205 euros per month. So these are the things that you will need if you come from Nigeria or countries, developing countries that are not in the ADC priority countries. And you will have to pay an accommodation fee. People from the ADC priority countries will not pay any accommodation fee. But if you are from a developing country, you will have to pay accommodation fee, which is 1,700 euros actually. And you will have to cover your traveling as well. So if you don't need the scholarship, you can tick that you don't need the scholarship. And these are just the general requirements again. 1 year experience in the hospitality or tourism industry, and you have to provide proof of occupation, probably your employment letter, and or maybe your payroll, whatever it is. And the age limit is 18 to 35 years. This is just a secondary school education, knowledge of English, and these are the documents that you will need to send as an attachment. So this is a very important section as well. These are documents you will need to send. When you fill this form, you will attach it to your mail. When you are sending, you will attach all these documents when you are sending this filled form. So your passport, your birth certificate, your transcript of your diploma or your degree, CV, proof of occupation of being at least 1 year experience in the hotel or tourism industry. As I said, your employment letter can actually go, so that is actually okay. Recommendation letter, if possible, from a present employer, and you can actually use one from someone who works in the tourism industry, someone you work together when you have the experience in tourism or in hospitality management. So that carries more weight, I believe. So you also need to certificate of proving knowledge of English, which your letter of proficiency. If you are in Nigeria, you just have to put that your language of instruction was in English. You can just write a letter to that effect. But if you actually went to university, you can request for letter of proficiency from your school. Sometimes take 2 to 3 days for university to give it to you, and then you put that there. You attach it to your application, and then you send it. And the letter of motivation, covering the following topics: why are you applying for this course, and what are your expectations? Why are we choosing hotel or tourism management, and teacher or training or entrepreneurship? These are the elective parts. Why do you choose them? And what are your professional plans after you return to your countries, and how will you use the knowledge that you gain at the school? And then you also need a video selfie. So the video selfie, which is 1 minute maximum. So I will talk about the video selfie right now, and then when you provide everything, you just have to read this, and then agreement, and then place, date, applicant signature, and then when you actually fill this, then you send it, and then you attach. Make sure you send it in one email. So when you fill this form, then you send it, and you also send all the documents that are required. You also send them as an attachment. All these documents that are required, you send them as an attachment. So now let's go to the video selfie. What is required from the video selfie? So this is the instruction for the video selfie. So you have to send it through WeTransfer. So this is WeTransfer.com. You can go there. It's very easy to send through WeTransfer. You forward your video to them, and then your video must not be longer than 1 minute. And in the video, at least the following questions have to be answered. What is your name? Where do you live? This is very easy. Where do you live? What is your professional situation? What potential as a region or community got in tourism? African country got a lot of potentials in tourism. You just need to read a little bit about it, and then summarize it in your own words. And why did you choose the course? And where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? So this is what you use. And on the WeTransfer platform, address the email to office@ithsalzburg.at. So, and you have to use your sender email addresses. Use the one you put in your application form as your mail email address. So in the WeTransfer we ask for your email. So you want to use the same email you use in your application. You want to use the same for the WeTransfer. And then in the text message feed, you can just put your name, country, and date of birth. And video that lasts more than 1 minute will not be considered. And this is how to upload your video via WeTransfer. It is just an instruction. and it's actually very self-directory. So that's all I want to discuss with you in this video. If you want more opportunities such as this, consider subscribing to this channel, kindly like this video, and hopefully see you in subsequent videos. This is Opportunity News.